The share price of MTN at the start of the year stood at 1 cedi 3 pesos. By the end of April, it had dropped to 1 cedi, and as at the end of May 26, 2022, MTN share price closed the day on the Ghana Stock Exchange selling for 90 pesos. That represents a drop of about 13% for the year, with about 10% of the decline taking place since the e-levy was implemented. This has led many to attribute the drop in the share price of MTN on the local bears to the implementation of the e-levy. But responding to a question by City Business News during an interaction with the Ghanaian media on the role that the e-levy has played in the fortunes of MTN on the local bears, Group CEO of MTN, Ralph Peter, said the issue of the dip in the share price was group-wide and blamed the development mainly on indiscriminate selling off of emerging market shares by investors in developed markets due to the current economic challenges in places like Africa.
On the share price, we can't give you a guarantee the share price won't go down. What we can give you a guarantee is that we will do our best to deliver shareholder value through the medium-term guidance that we are, have committed to shareholders. And his medium-term guidance, Salomia, is high teen service revenue growth. So if he doesn't deliver that, then you have a problem with him. But the share price is driven by all sorts of factors. And I'll argue that the two biggest ones that are driving it are the following. There is a global sell-off of emerging markets. I see it in the group share price. The group is doing well, but the share price is coming down. Yep. So there are big portfolio investors, particularly in developed markets, who are just selling emerging markets indiscriminately. They're not looking at quality stocks or bad stocks. They just say sell. There's a sell decision. The second is dollar strength. Is as a consequence of the Ukraine-Russia crisis, there's a flight to safety which goes to the dollar. So investors again are being indiscriminate. So for sure it pains Salom, it pains me to see the share price coming. But if I stress about that more than I stress about rolling out networks, I'm not doing my job. But shareholders ultimately understand value. And what might be short term now, I think we'll see the share price recover to reflect its fair valuation.
Mr. Mupita also added that despite the challenges with the Ghanaian economy, especially with high inflation, MTN will continue to make significant investments and support the government in its development agenda.
Conditions do not reduce our appetite to invest. We want to have a sustained investment program so that in a market like Ghana, that every Ghanaian has the capacity to enjoy the benefits of a modern connected life. We're not changing that view. So if we are true to that vision, we must sustain the capex. Yes, there may be some margin pressure here and there, but we'll figure it out. We'll find more efficiencies. So we're not going to reduce the level of investment. Whatever investment commitments we've made, and we've made many commitments to stakeholders here, we are going to meet those to ensure that we build the digital infrastructure for the progress of Ghanaians, and to make sure that we align ourselves to nation-state programs like the Ghana Cares program. We have a very important role to play. So we see ourselves as partners for progress, and we will work with the government